Hey guys, this is Tom from Numbers Game Lifestyle, and today I'm going to be talking about how to find wife material women and what to look for. Typically, guys want these traditional women that would be good marriage material. Okay, so how do you find them? What do you look for? Let's answer this question. He says, "Hey Tom, your videos are great, man. Insightful and free of resentment and bitterness. That's rare these days. It seems like everybody's got to stick up theirs." Absolutely. I've got no complaints in the dating world, no bitterness found in me. Can you make a video on how to spot and meet traditional women that are wife material? Want some advice on picking the right woman now that the player lifestyle is winding down? Think it's a video we all need. Okay, so this is a big topic to unpack because what I would consider wife quality is probably going to be different from what you consider wife quality. I'm going to try to pick things that's going to apply to a broad range of men and what to look for, okay? First thing to look for is fitness, okay? I don't know about you, but if I'm going to stick with this woman for the rest of my life, raise a family, I want to make sure that she's in good health and likes being in shape, okay? It works hard to be in shape. So that way I don't have to worry about, she has kids, she gets busy and lets herself go, and I'm no longer attracted to her, okay? That's a problem. And it's not something that's easily dealt with if a woman's not on board. You want women that are into fitness, regardless if you were around or not, okay? She'd be at the gym, whether you were at the gym or not. She already keeps herself in shape. She wants to keep herself in shape. It's her own thoughts saying, I got to get in shape. I got to stay in shape. I like the way I look. I like the way I feel, and I'm going to stay that way. These women are awesome. You don't have to worry about anything. They have kids. They're working out right after pregnancy, working off the baby weight to regain their figure. Awesome. You don't have to ever worry about these women letting themselves go and not being attracted to them anymore. That kills a lot of marriages for men and women. So that is a big one. Where do you find these women that are fit? Of course, at the gym. That's where I find most women that are in shape, is at the gym. Okay? But that's just one aspect. The next is she feminine? Okay? And a lot of guys will say, all these women, they're so masculine. It's so hard to find feminine women. Actually, it's not. Here's why. As much as society and culture today is trying to push women to be more masculine, more like men, they can't do it. It's not going to work. It's in their DNA. It's in their ovaries. It's in their estrogen and progesterone to be feminine. No way society is ever going to override that. The majority of women want to be feminine and like being feminine. They feel the best. They feel most at home in a feminine role. Okay? And this is most women. I rarely encounter women, maybe it's just my screening process that screens out a lot of masculine-oriented women, a lot of masculine personality women. I can count on one hand the amount of masculine women with masculine personalities that I've dated, okay? All the rest have been completely feminine. So they are the vast majority of women are feminine personality women, that looking for a strong guy, attracted to masculinity. She's going to hook up that train to your engine and ride that train all the way to her dreams, okay? That is who she's looking for. Some guy that's a masculine guy that's going to make that happen. So I don't think it's difficult to find feminine women. Maybe I just attract more of them that way, and masculine women just are repelled by me. That's what happens. Masculine personalities repel each other, men and women, because the opposites attract. Masculine, feminine polarity attract each other the strongest. So yes, I don't think it's that difficult to find feminine women. The next thing you want to look for, I think this is absolutely essential. All the long-term relationships that I've had, all of these women were happy, okay? Before they even met me, they were very happy, very bubbly, very smiley. It's not very hard. They walk around with smiles on their faces. They're happy to be alive, loving life, living life to the fullest, okay? These are the women that you want long-term things with, possibly marriage, okay? Because their default state is already happy, okay? The only way you wreck that is if you mess it up somehow. You lower her default state, in which case that's your fault. Her default state is to be happy, love life, be joyous. That's what feminine personalities are. So yes, you look for women that are smiley. It's not hard for them to smile. They're very open. They're loving life. Okay, those are the women you want. You don't want these women that you have to their default state is to be very negative, like humglum, like, oh, life sucks. I would just wish I had a man to lift me up. You don't want to be that guy, okay? Her default state is going to be miserable. You're going to be trying to bring her out of that miserable headspace the entire time you're with her, for your entire marriage. So yes, find women that are already happy, already loving life. It is very easy then. Okay, so let's go into where do you find these women? I have dated and had relationships with a lot of wife quality women, okay? And I found most of them through cold approach. I met some online. Occasionally you will find them online. You date enough women online, you'll eventually find wife quality women online. But it's very rare. The reason for that is, first of all, wife quality women get snatched up really quick. They'll date one guy and be like, okay, he's the guy for me. And the guy will snatch her right off the app and she'll never use it again. Maybe for another year or a couple years until that relationship fails. And then she may be back on for like a couple days and then she gets snatched up again. Okay? They're not on dating apps for very long. They get snatched up really quick. These are the women that you are after. The ones that are new to dating. They're not sitting on Tinder or a Hinge for months at a time, years at a time, dating tons of men, possibly hooking up with lots of men. These are essentially rejects, okay? If they can't find what they're looking for, other men are probably rejecting them, okay? They're probably hooking up with them, pumping and dumping them, and like, you're not relationship quality, and then just boot them on to the next. And the next guy comes around, and he's the cleanup man, right? He's gonna be like, I'll marry this chick. Meanwhile, she's been pumped and dumped by like half the town, okay? You don't want that. You want these women that are just on the dating app, just started. This is brand new, okay? They haven't been jaded. They haven't been pumped and dumped. So you're going to snatch her up right away as soon as you find these women. Date them, have a great time with them, and immediately they're off the app. Those are the women you're after, not after the ones that have been on, being pumped and dumped for years at a time because they're not high quality enough for other men. So they just keep on getting recycled into the dating market over and over again. That is my warning about online dating. You can find high quality women with low body counts, virgins online, but it's very rare, okay? You have to snatch them up quickly before, they get churned through the whole online dating market. Cold approach is really where it's at for finding these like wife quality women. Okay, very low body counts, possibly virgins. Okay, you can find them out there. I see all these guys like, oh, it's impossible to find virgins out there. It's like, okay, maybe if you're looking for like 30-year-old virgins, yeah, it's probably impossible. But if you're looking for young 20-year-old women that are virgins, there are quite a few out there, okay? You just find them through cold approach, okay? You don't find them online on Tinder or at the bar, okay? You find them walking down the street. You find them at the grocery store. You find them at the bus stop. Like a million other places, they are out there. Okay, so if those guys really want that, that pure virgin, that is where you're going. Okay, you're gonna have to be cold approaching. You're gonna have to be out there, cold approaching young women. And lastly, as long as they meet that criteria of being fit, being super happy without you, and being feminine, I personally think I can take any women with those three qualities and turn her into like the most perfect wife, okay? Here's why. Because a feminine woman is gonna follow a strong man. She will follow him all the way to hell and back. I have women telling me this all the time. For example, I've had women adopt my religious beliefs. I've had women adopt my political beliefs. I've had women adopt my lifestyle, okay? They literally become little versions of me, okay? And before I get high on my horse and say, oh, I'm just that great, I'm just that big of a pimp, that all these women basically turn into little versions of me, little feminine versions of me, it's not that way. They're programmed to do this. God programmed them to follow strong men, okay? This is written in the Bible. Men will be head of the household. The women will follow, okay? But the man is responsible for her. He's going to take care of her, but she follows her man. It's in their DNA. She wants to follow a strong man, okay? And you can take pretty much any woman, as long as she's feminine, as long as she's fit, and as long as she's super happy, and you can turn her into your dream wife, as long as you lead from a place of strength, okay? I don't tell these women what to think. You should believe what I believe, think what I think. No, it all happens naturally. I never mention a thing. I don't say like, oh, you better get to the gym, or you better believe in God, you better believe in Jesus, you better accept him, or you better follow my political agenda, you better not take the jab, okay? I've never had to tell women any of that. They all followed my leadership. They're programmed by God to follow strong men. It's written in the Bible. Men will be leaders of their household, okay? Women will follow, but it's the man's responsibility to take care of his wife, to make sure everything is golden, okay? But she's gonna follow him. He's gonna lead, okay? You lead from a place of strength, and she will follow you wherever you go. No drama, no bickering. I don't argue with women. I don't tell them what to do. They just follow. That is gonna be up to you, your skill, and able to turn these women into wife quality. As long as they have those 3 default states of being fit, being happy, and being feminine, you can take pretty much any woman and turn her into wife quality. You have to lead from a place of strength though, okay? You're not gonna tell them what to do. You're not gonna threaten them. You're not gonna argue with them. I don't do any of that. I do my own thing, and if they try to get me to do stuff that I don't want to do, I just say, no, it's not going to happen. Doesn't matter what you say. If you want to argue, you can leave. I'm not going to argue with you, okay? Or I will leave. I will just straight up leave, and they'll be all blustered, like, oh, but I really want to argue with him. I really want to tell him my thoughts. I don't argue with women, okay? It accomplishes nothing. It just drives you further apart from each other as you try to convince each other, try to, tell them what to do. I don't do that, okay? I just take my attention and move it away from her. And immediately she's like, what? Oh, I need to get his attention back, okay? That's the most important thing to a woman, is a man's attention. Because in her DNA, she knows, from the beginning of time, if she didn't have a man's attention, she was in trouble, okay? All by herself in the wilderness with no man to care for her, she was in big trouble. And that is still in women's DNA. They still fear a man not paying attention to them. So yes, whenever I encounter drama, whenever I encounter things and, she wants to argue, I don't refuse to do it. And I just withdraw my attention. And then what do you know? A couple hours later, maybe a day later, she'll come back and be super happy to see me, completely forgot about the argument. It's completely washed away because she doesn't want to feel those emotions again. She doesn't want to be, ignored again. This is how you deal with any kind of disagreements and drama. And it doesn't drive you further apart. In fact, it draws her closer to you. Because as you withdraw your attention, she's going to want to get that back. Okay, so a lot of this is going to depend on how many options of women that you have. Okay, how many women do you date in a week? How many women do you date per month? The more options you have, the better you can pick for your wife material. And of course, it's going to depend on your leadership skills, okay? How do you care for her emotions? How do you lead in that relationship? Do you lead from a place of strength? Are you indecisive and you get pushed around? She nags you and she bullies you into doing things. Of course, she's not going to follow you. She's just going to be like, oh, this guy's weak. How can I follow this guy? Okay? That's part of what causes women to chase you so hard, is your ability to withstand it and be completely, firm in your decisions. Okay? I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. This is what I've made up my mind. There's no arguing. There's no discussing this. This is it. If you don't like it, I'd like you to leave. I don't want to argue with you. Okay? And that puts an end to it. She's like, okay, I guess I can't argue with them. Okay? I can find other women. Okay? You don't tell women this, but essentially what you're doing is, look, I don't need to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to argue with you. If that is what you want to do, I will find another woman. Okay? And that's not going to argue with me. And immediately it puts an end to it. It puts an end to all the drama, all the, bickering, all the nagging, trying to bully you into doing things. It stops, okay? And that way you can have a complete wife quality woman that's super happy. She's going to be the happiest woman in town, walking around with a big grin on her face because she knows she's got a man to follow. And he's going to take care of her, Okay, that is what you're shooting for. That is how you get wife quality. That is how you have these like amazing relationships where a woman essentially never loses interest in you, never gets bored of you. Okay, there's so many things that go into this in long-term relationships that keep a woman hungry to see you, and it's so important. It's so important for your health of your long-term marriage, the health of your family, to understand how to lead these women. Okay? It's not about arguing. It's not about them telling them what to do. It's about having a strong backbone and not compromising no matter how, like, I'm not going to argue. You're not going to nag me. If you're going to nag me, like, I want you to leave. I want you to get out of my face because, like, you're just disturbing my peace. And that's quickly going to put an end to, her attempts to nag you or to bully you into doing things. Anyways, guys, if you need help doing this, finding wife quality women and retaining them for till the end of time, essentially. You keep them chasing, you keep them lusting after you till the end of time. It's very doable. You do have to come from a place of abundance, knowing that, hey, whatever happens, if this woman decides to leave, I'm okay. Life's gonna be totally fine. If you honestly believe that, women will never leave you. There's coaching links down below to show you exactly how to do this step by step. And of course, my coaching programs are 100% money back guaranteed. If I can't solve your problems, I don't take your money, okay? I give you your money back if I can't solve your problems, okay? I'm that confident I can help you. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching.